Minister, I'm really glad of this opportunity to speak to you today. There are three things I want you to do, and that is to go to Irish Water and tell them to sort out the legacy debt and the leak credits for the group water scheme. We have been begging them for months, and indeed for the last couple of years, to do that. They also need to transfer the above-ground assets, the reservoirs, the pumping stations, etc., from the group water schemes to Irish Water. Very simple. That needs to be done, and it needs to be done immediately. Irish Water also need to target the resources on the ground to manage the additional workload there as well, to get things done. Now, I think I heard you mention earlier on my office about Newport. We have an absurd situation where businesses in Newport are being asked to pay to pollute Clew Bay. They're being asked to pay. So they have to pay the price of not having a proper scheme, and then they're forced to pay by Irish Water. That has to stop. Businesses are rightly coming to me and they're saying, why should we have to pay for water out? We'll gladly pay for water in. Why should we have to pay for water out in order to do that? That scheme has to be accelerated. And I would say, in the meantime, you stop forcing businesses to pollute the bay. I am glad that Morris, after all these years, seems to be finally coming to a conclusion, and I welcome the fact that those hundreds of families in Morris may get water by the end of next year. I want to commend the people in Downpatrick. We have been over a decade in trying to get water for them. Like, people outside Mayo, I think, and outside rural Ireland won't believe what is happening in these rural areas in terms of them not having something as very basic as water. That has to be fixed. The other situation in terms of Cleara near Kilchima, where again I think 34 families there are blocked out of going into that scheme there as well. These things have to be sorted, and Irish Water have to sort them out, and government have to sort it out with Irish Water, because what I'm fearful of is that since Irish Water was set up, there seems to be a hands-off approach from government. Government are responsible for providing clean water to our citizens and for ensuring that our bays aren't polluted and our communities aren't polluted. There is much to be done in those areas. I want to commend the group water schemes that are operating, but we have to lift this debt off them. Minister, please don't go out from here today and do nothing. These things have to be actioned, and I know as a party we will be following up on each and every one of these in the same way as we have with other communities as well. Communities in Mayo and in other parts of rural Ireland deserve better.